Do you know why deserts are so dry? Have you ever wondered why deserts almost never get rain? When most people think of deserts, they imagine endless sand, burning heat, and dry air. But why does rain avoid these places so much? The answer is actually connected to how Earth's weather system works. First, let's understand something important. A desert is not just a hot place. A desert is any place that receives very little rainfall during the year. That means even cold places can be deserts. For example, Antarctica is technically a desert because it gets very little precipitation. But how do deserts become so dry in the first place? One major reason is something called sinking air. Around the Earth, warm air rises near the equator. As it rises, it cools down and drops rain. But after that air loses its moisture, it moves outward and begins to sink back down in other regions. When air sinks, it becomes warmer and drier. Dry air makes it difficult for clouds to form, and without clouds, there is almost no rain. This is exactly why many of the world's largest deserts exist near the same parts of the planet. The Sahara Desert in Africa is one of the best examples. Huge amounts of dry air constantly move over the region, keeping it extremely hot and dry for most of the year. Another reason deserts stay dry is mountains. Sometimes moist air travels from the ocean toward land, but when mountains stand in the way, the air is forced upward. As the air rises, it cools and releases rain on one side of the mountain. By the time the air crosses over to the other side, most of its moisture is already gone. This creates what scientists call a rain shadow. The land behind the mountains becomes dry and desert-like because very little rain reaches it. There's also another surprising reason: cold ocean currents. Some deserts are located beside cold oceans. Cold water cools the air above it, making it harder for large rain clouds to form. One famous example is the Atacama Desert in South America, one of the driest places on Earth. Some parts of it can go years without seeing rain. Finally, distance from oceans also matters. Places far away from large bodies of water have less access to moist air. Without moisture in the atmosphere, rainfall becomes very rare. Even though deserts seem lifeless, many plants and animals have adapted perfectly to survive there. Cacti store water for long periods. Some animals only come out at night when temperatures are cooler. Others can survive for days or even weeks without drinking water. Deserts may look empty, but they are actually full of incredible survival stories. So next time you see a desert, remember, it's not just dry by accident. It's the result of global wind patterns, mountains, oceans, and geography all working together. And that's why deserts get so little rain.